Hi everyone, it's Rachel here and we are here doing Anne's weekly challenge, and it's the laces. And I already started doing the video and then I turned it off because I'm struggling with this one, and now I'm going to start again. So I hope everybody is well. I am going to start with this ticking here. That's going to be my base, and I was going to put this one down, I think, over the top. And then after that, I'm stuck. I'm stucketh. I could have something like that or something like that. I think that one contrasts better, doesn't it? Okay. I don't know. It's so hard. Or do I want something more? I love that. Let's just try that one. There, and something down here maybe. Maybe that one. So maybe I won't use that one. I'll use this one. There. Stitch that down. I put some buttons here. I think I'm going to stitch these three down, because if I don't stitch them down, I'm not going to make a decision, because I'm really procrastinating about this one. Trim that beautiful. Oh, crooked. There we go. So I think I'll just turn the camera off, and I'm just going to stitch them down as I normally stitch my base bits down, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I'm back. I've just stitched this down and I've trimmed off the bottom of this, and I'm thinking what I'm going to do is I'm going to gather it like this. Just make a little pleated thing here and stitch it on. See, as you work, sometimes things come to you as you go. Okay, so that's going to go there. And then what? I was thinking maybe I could put this here. It'll tie in the blue of the ticking we can just see, and have these very bodgy sort of leaves I made. Maybe I'll put, I've only got two, put them in there. Yeah, so I'm going to that's very chunky, but doesn't matter because I did it with velvet. I kind of just wanted to show you. Let me see what ribbon I've got. Is this where, that's not where the ribbons are. Where are they? Let's see if I've got a wide one here. I could make a, but I'm not very good. I'll just show you how I made those bodgy leaves. And I might need to go into the box. I know I had a wide one in here, but I've got to find it. I know this is probably not the right way to do a flower, but I should just show you how I did it. Oh my, that's the same as that one. Okay. So these were the ones from my aunt. Okay. I didn't even cut it. It's a little bit fiddly. I think I'll use the blue one, but let me just try one with this. I'm using a milliner's needle. I don't know, I think it might be a number 5. Because they're nice and long and they're thin. They're just horrible to thread, but they're thin and you can get a lot of stitches on them. So put a little knot. I go from left to right, but you would go from, if you're right-handed, you go from right to left. So you can do all do. I just eyeball it. I'm just going to go. I'm going to do different ones. So just do these running stitches up at an angle. And sort of come around the curve. Now, experts at making these sorts of flowers, don't look at my technique because this is my first time ever, apart from my practices. And then you come across here. Whoops. And then, oops, start heading, see what I mean? It's a bit fiddly. Start heading down the other side. It's going to be a very big one. This will be too big for this project. Hopefully you can see. So I'm not doing perfectly. I wonder if you're supposed to draw it. But I kind of don't mind because that means my petals will be uneven and that's kind of good. So then you've got to come over the edge so it catches it when you pull, because you're going to be pulling these. And I don't mind if my stitching goes up at different angles because I think it makes your petals, each one, a little bit different to the other one. So this one I might do rounded. Just come back around. I'm going to make a bit of a mess. Just trying to whiz along here. That one's easier. So just pulling it a bit, but you see you're just making these, and I'm doing mine, yeah, they're all uneven, so that way I get all different size petals. So go over and then come up from underneath so that you've got a little loop over the edge of your ribbon. This one I might go up. I'm going to go up differently. Let's see what happens. I'm going to go up in a triangle. This is me going bananas. Worst stitches, I mean, the French ladies, the millinery ladies that are experts at making these flowers would be shaking their heads at me. They'd just be shaking it. Big dog's teeth stitches. It's just because, you know, it's all too fiddly for me. I find not cutting it off makes it easier because otherwise the ribbon is really flimsy and floppy and it drives me mad. So this one I'm going to go up like so. We'll do 5 petals. So each one of these shapes that I'm stitching here is a petal. And you'll see what happens. It's really cool. Just take that off. You know me, I did look at the book. I just can't follow exactly the instructions. I couldn't figure out how to do the leaves. I mean, they're a hot mess. But anyway, I'll stitch them down and they'll be all right. I couldn't understand the folds. I just couldn't understand. I'm a bit of a ding-dong. So this is the last petal, and you'll be saying, thank heavens for that, because we couldn't stand watching that another second. Go across here. Then I'm going to shoot down at an angle down the other side. Okay. Now I'm going to trim it off about here. Okay, let's see what happens. Just gently pull it. Look at that. Now that is too much pulling. We don't want to pull it that much. So then what I'm going to do, okay, that's one petal. Here's the other one. Just seeing where my petals are. Okay. Then I'm going to attach this one to that one. So I'm going to slide it in through that flower there. I'm just making this up, you know, guys. So tuck all the bottoms. I don't want to pull it too tight. And that's a really big petal there. So then I'm just going to catch it all. Just adjust as you go. That's my motto. Don't like it, put a stitch in there and adjust it. Give it a tug. I've got a little flower and then I can create my center. Just going to end it off. Just going to catch all the bits that I need to catch. Where's that bit supposed to go there? See, that bit can go up there. So I'm just going to put a little stitch in there to hold. That's now midday. It's a bit of a messy flower, but it'll do the job. Then end it off. And then I'll, you know, you've got to muck around. This one doesn't, they don't have any wire in them. So then you just muck around with them and then just position them. But I think I want to use the blue one. That was just to show you how I did the other one. Very messy job. Now these leaves, look, see my aunt started to do something now. I'll just snip that off and keep it. All I did was, I might need a third one, so that's why I'm going to show you that, is I didn't cut it off, I just make it up. So I ran my thread along the base. So it is a little bit fiddly because the ribbon is also very slippery. So it just slips off your needle. Oh, I've stabbed myself as well. Slippery stuff. My goodness, is this one slippery. I just mucking around with it. It's just a bit of something different. Okay, I'm going to trim that off. Everything totally wacko. Okay, and then I pulled it, but I didn't pull it like I've got to slide these ruffles down this side here. Just a minute. Can I do that? Yes. Put some more, send some more over there, and then ruffle this bit here. And then I'm going to stitch those two together. A bit more of a ruffle. Stitch those two together if I can. So that's the base of my leaf. Just going to catch that. And then I'm going to go into the back. I should be using green. And I'm just going to hold it like that. And I'm just making this up. I'm going to whip stitch the center closed. Hopefully we won't be able to see my lovely ecru thread on the dark green. We don't need the pen in there as well. I mean, I'm sure this is cringe-worthy stuff. Let's have a look. Oh yes, and I might just stitch up there a little bit as well. I didn't do that on the other ones, but I think it might give it a bit more shape. That's better. That one's upside down. Okay, so, showed you how to do that. Now, get rid of all that mess. I want to put this on first. No, I don't. I want to put my leaves on first. That's the back. That's the front. Okay. Maybe I'll put... You know, I always have to add something else. Maybe only put two on. Those two. I think I like those two colours. Put that one up there. Grab this thread. It's probably looking like a hot mess. And it may stay a hot mess. We don't know. We don't know what it's going to turn out like. It's just, I don't know. I'm going to use my chunky velvet flower because I like it with the blue ticking. Okay, and then if I put that there, I just want to see where to position. I'm actually going to put, I'm going to embroider up there, I think. And I'm going to put this, I don't want to cover up all of that ruffle. I'm going to put this one over here. That's what I'm going to do. Fiddly business. Okay, so that's stitched on, and then I'm going to, this is quite thick, but I will manage. Stitch this down with some big stitches. Who knew that this was going to happen? Who knew? I'm just stitching it down a bit so it stays. You won't be able to see the stitches, I don't think. I seem to want to stitch myself to it today. Okay, now I'm not done yet. Talk about chunky. Okay, put that there. Right, we need green. Here we go, we'll use these ones. Use that one, and I need not that needle but a different needle because that one is too hard to thread. Just grab the, I don't even know what type of needle this is. Probably just a regular one. Let's just say it's a regular. No, I think it's a number 8. I'm pretty sure about that. Just a regular embroidery needle. I think I might use my thread double. This is just a Perle 8. And I am going to, actually might start up here. I'm just going to do a little fly stitch in there. Probably look awful, but it is what it is. Oh no, I don't mind it. Just put a little stitch over there. And one over here. Now this one I need to put there, and I just want to bunch it up a little bit. So I'll just end this off and pop over there. I used it double just so it stands out a bit more. I'm going to start up here. I'm going to use this darker green. I don't mind that it blends in. Really just to anchor it a bit better. Yeah, that's better. Like normally I would put 3, but because these leaves are big, I don't think I'm going to, because I think it will detract away from the sort of lacy ruffle and all the other sort of lacy layers that are there. Now I've got to deal with my flower. And there I'm going to put some knots. Hopefully I'll be able to thread this in this needle. Because it's like this velvet ribbon, it's not meant for this type of stitching, but it's very hard to get my needle through it. I need to be like Ariane and have pliers. Of course, I'm too lazy to look for my, I mean, they're just in that box there. I could find my thimble, the silicone one for pulling. But no, let's just get aching hands. Why would you use a thimble? That would be just too sensible, Rachel. Too sensible. Because I figure I'm only doing a few. I'm not doing 20. Oh dear, doesn't do to stitch up your lace. Come on, do as you're told. Like if it weren't so thick, but that's very hard to get through. If it weren't so thick, I would even do turkey work. You know, the fluffy would be nice there, but no. Okay, I may have to find it. It's in here somewhere. Oh, you got one? This one's not as good. It did the job though. Just need a few more, I think. Today is our first hot day. I think it's going to be 27 degrees Celsius. But it's cool in the house. Come on. Okay, I think that'll do. Okay, get rid of that. It'll look better when it's, you know, when it's glued down. Now, I'm not done. I was thinking I might like to put buttons across there. And where's my button tin? Oh dear, don't know where my button tin is. Just a sec. Oh, put some buttons. Now, should I use this colour that's similar to that, or should I use a different one? Could go brighter. Could Geez, oh, I quite like that colour. I don't know. Anyway, let's choose some buttons. Do we want blue buttons, or do we want... I like that on the reverse side. Ha! Isn't that typical? I like those colours. And then maybe one little one like that. Maybe. Or one like this one. Oh, this one. On that side. No, I like the reverse side. That one. Okay. I don't like any of that. I don't like that thread with those. Oh, what about this thread? That thread? No, not that thread. I bet you I go back to the first one I pulled out. I bet you I do. No. No. This one. I love this colour. I don't know what colour it is, and it's the last of it. I'm starting to like my tag now. I'm starting to like it. Covering up that nice lace. Oh, I am covering up that nice lace. Maybe. Do I need to move these down a little bit to there? Yeah, maybe. Oh, no, I kind of like them on there. No, I'll move them down just a little bit. Okay, so let's put this one on. You know I'm never going to stick to the exact brief, right? You know I always have to add something else. It's just not going to happen. Can't help myself. I just have to go with the flow. And of course I don't like putting my buttons on the right way either. I like to put them on the reverse side. And that one can go there. Come on. Okay, so that'll do there. And then the other thing I was thinking could be nice, just to finish it off. But I did see other people put other things on as well, just in a corner or something, to add a point of interest besides just having the layers behind. Very bad stitching here today. I'm thinking maybe a word would just finish it off. I think I've got my stamped words in here on fabric. Let me have a look. Oh dear, I think I might have lost. No, here they are. Thought I'd lost them. But I do normally eventually put things back. Ooh. Yes, a word's going to do it. I kind of liked that. Now, will I have it down there or across there? Or there? No, I think I like it up here, because we can still see that lace. We've got a row of those up there. I think I'll put it there. I'm going to have it hanging over the edge as well, and I'm going to stitch it down with this same thread. And I'm going to whip stitch around it, I think. Okay, so let's glue that down and see what it looks like. My word went on a little bit crooked. Okay. Right. Glue, tag, and let's put all of these laces over there. Put the needle over here. Thread in the box. I'm just going to bring this up so I don't make a mess on my mat. Okay, well, I'm very happy with how that turned out, I think. I'm looking forward to seeing it glued down. Okay. So I need to study those ribbon flowers further because they are really nice things to add even to journal covers and things. Yeah, I'm happy with that now. It's very me. Just stay true to what you like and what you feel inspired to do, whilst respecting the brief as best you can. Okay, so that's it. So we've got the flower. I showed you more or less how I made that flower was the same way, but I think I only did 3 different stitches, so I got 3 petals. Here I did 5 different ways, and see how they're all a different shape. That's the underneath, and that will stitch down, and then you put knots in there, and then it sort of takes a better shape. So, and that was a very bodgy leaf that I tried to do. I couldn't understand the folding, so I'll have to study that and we'll have to revisit that. And this was another one where I did those stitches that I did on this one, but I did them on separate pieces, and that actually turned out better. And then I stitched them together. But I'm glad I chose the blue one. And so yeah, just some knots and some fly stitch or feather stitch or whatever it is, just a word, and then some buttons, and that is it. So I hope you enjoyed that. I got there in the end. I was really worrying about this one because we did the little ruffle there with the thinner lace as well. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of lace here. I don't know if I was meant to do more, I can't remember. But anyway, that's my tag for this week. I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.